Hello, my name's Marion Weatherburn. Just like to talk to you about some automatic writing. I find it's been the best way for me to work with my guides over the years. I've been channeling my spirit guides for many years now. In the beginning, I used to doubt what I was getting, so I just used to start writing on my own. But then when I started reading, I realised that there was no punctuation and there was just no sentence structure. There was no grammar. And it was just like I would write for pages and pages and pages and pages and pages, about it was just like, but it didn't make any, because when I would read it, it didn't even make sense. Like I didn't read it as I was writing. But it just, when I read it afterwards, it made perfect sense. And it was always just what I needed to hear. That's when I realised it was automatic writing, and I started to explore it more so probably about 38 years ago, 35 years ago. And I just found it the most wonderful tool, and I love to share it with everybody who's on a spiritual path, because it's just about this is how you can get in touch with spirit, and you know that the words and the guidance that come through aren't coming from your mind. A really good way is if you want to work through something that you're going through and you want to connect with your guides, please make sure that the first thing you do is do it with a quiet mind, a still heart. Don't do it with anger. Don't do it. Just sit quietly. You create the environment that is conducive to your guides to come through. Now, your guides, it's in their best interest to help us, and it's in our best interest to listen to them, because they can see exactly what we need on our path, and they help us on a spiritual path. So the spiritual automatic writing is brilliant, because you can read it over and over again. Keep it. I've got boxes of it, like of big pads that I've done. So how to start? Okay, I always like to use a candle, have a candle. I like to welcome my team in with me, my guides. What you can do even one step before that is set a time for them and say, I'd really like to work with you at 5 o'clock this afternoon or 8 o'clock this evening. Can we just get together and let's try some automatic writing? And then just at that time, make sure you sit down and just quieten yourself, that you're not going to be disturbed. Turn off your phone, and then just create the environment for them so that they can come through, and you can actually hear them and feel them through your 15%. That's what we need to that's one of the things that we're going to do too. 85% of the thoughts are thoughts that come into our mind. 15% are the channeled messages or the automatic writing that comes through. So that's from our higher self and our spirit guides. 85% is what we think, and that's of our physical world. So sit down and then just always start. Just don't have more than 2 or 3 questions. But a really good way to start when you're first starting is on your notebook, is just to have a big Q. All right. So then you put down your question. Question. And then you sit and you wait. And then you put your A for where you want the answer to come. All right. So then what you're going to do is sit down and just have your pen ready. And before you know it, you'll be writing. They will stop by themselves. It's don't read it as you're writing it. All you're doing is writing. All you're doing is holding the pen while the messages get channeled through to you. Once they're finished, they will put the pen down. You will know that it's over, and you'll sit there and you'll go, oh my God, what just happened? And it's just the most brilliant experience. It's one of the best spiritual experiences that you can have as a connection with your team. So you do that, then read what they've written, and then make sure you thank them. And maybe just sit with them for a while. Now, what's going to happen too with that is that eventually you won't write anymore. You'll just feel it, and you'll learn to communicate and to just talk to them direct, and you'll know where they are. All right, so I hope that helps. Excuse me, another video that may help you will be the pendulum video, which is the one that I'm going to do next. So there's another tool there for you. My name's Marion Weatherburn, author of Caught Between Two Worlds, available through my website or any good bookstore. around Australia and around the world. Thank you.